I was in Alexandria and I was working at a hotel there, and it was below freezing one night in the winter, and it started flooding in the lobby. I mean, there was like a foot of water in the lobby. We had guests coming to check in, and our general manager was literally taking buckets and throwing water out of the lobby. We got people trying to check in.
Big it up, big it up.
All right, here with Tony Scarneechia, local DMV native, now Charleston, South Carolina native, representing Boomtown today. But tell us a little bit about your journey. I know we were chatting earlier, but born and raised in the DMV. Where'd you grow up?
Yeah, so grew up in the Gaithersburg area. Ended up going to high school in Bethesda, so Montgomery County native. Ended up going to school out in Colorado. I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit, go on a little adventure, and ended up going to school out there and came back to DC, spent about 4 years in DC proper, and have been in Charleston for the last 5 years. Love the city, it's a great place.
Okay, so Gaithersburg, Bethesda, then Colorado, went to Colorado University?
Yeah, University of Colorado, yeah.
University of Colorado, okay. And then what would you say, what was your focus? When coming up, what'd you want to do? Because now you're in sales, like us, but was that your path in the beginning? You said you grew up, you always wanted to be a salesperson?
Yeah, I went to the opposite side of the spectrum. I studied environmental science in college, so I was thinking maybe I'll work for the EPA or a nonprofit or something like that. And I actually worked in hotels during school, just to kind of help pay things off, and ended up going back into hospitality after I graduated. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and kind of climbed in the sales role in hospitality, and I've done advertising sales since then. I've done marketing, and now I'm at Boomtown. So,
okay. Yeah. So tell me about this. So that path. So from hospitality, hotel events management, that sort of thing, and then that kind of grew to Boomtown. So how do you help? What do you do at Boomtown now? And how do you help, agents like us?
Yeah, so I'm an outbound sales executive at Boomtown. So, my main job is to prospect and drum up business and bring new clients onto Boomtown. So we're an all-in-one solution. So we do lead generation. We provide a full CRM and an IDX-enabled website. But yeah, my main job is just to kind of educate people and do demos and learn more about their business and see if we'd be a good fit for them.
Okay. And so tell me, there are lots of website solutions and CRM solutions.
Sure.
What does Boomtown have that makes it different or better, or there's always a push and a pull, but what would you say are the biggest advantages of why someone would choose Boomtown over one of those other solutions?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think at the end of the day, we're very well established. We have about 700 employees, so we're a huge company. Wow. We've been doing it for about 16 years. Our main goal was to just help real estate agents. Our CEO, Greer Allen, his brother owns a brokerage in the Charleston area. So he comes from a background of, being very knowledgeable about real estate. In terms of, what really differentiates us, it's really the support that you get. We really view it as a partnership. Some of our competitors, a lot of the times you kind of have to figure certain things out on your own and really kind of figure out your own path. With Boomtown, we're with you every step of the way. You have a ton of internal employees that are dedicated to current clients. That's the majority of our business, is just kind of helping you grow as a team and scale as you go. So I'd say support is huge. We have a great live concierge program where if you're a brokerage and you're looking to potentially hire an ISA, Boomtown provides a service with live concierges where we'll actually scrub and qualify leads as they come in for you and serve all that information up to you. So provide basically leads that are appointment ready and kind of bubble all that information up for you. But also just the all-in-one solution. A lot of different brokers that we talk to, they're using one vendor for lead generation, they're using a website developer separately, and then they have a separate service for CRM. So really having everything all in one really just kind of helps you stay organized, and going through one vendor just makes your life a little bit easier.
So not trying to have like 7 different logins.
Right, exactly.
And then try to copy paste information from here to there.
Right, exactly.
Everyone loves doing that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, so no fragmented systems.
Right.
So going through one vendor for everything kind of just makes your life a little bit easier.
Okay, and now so now you're helping agents and brokerages and teams get onto Boomtown. How would you say that your past experience, because you mentioned that you were doing some work at the news station too. How would you say, and then before that, hotel, event management, how did all of that kind of add together and create that perfect environment to make you to really create the skill sets that you needed to do to really help serve agents and help educate agents on Boomtown.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, sales is a process, man. It's really tough to, develop that skill set with sales. For some people, it definitely comes more naturally. I remember when I first started doing sales, making a cold call was really hard. It's you're kind of out of your comfort zone. So, along the years, I really learned that, if you really make it about the clients and learning about what challenges they're facing and try to really be, a helping hand for them as opposed to just pushing something on them, you're gonna be much more successful at the end of the day. So I always try to make it 80% about them. What challenges are they experiencing? What are their goals in their business, and how can I help? Am I even the right fit for them? Sometimes I'll tell people like, hey, this might not be the right fit. I want to really have it be collaborative and allow me to learn more about their business to see if we're a good fit. So just developing that skill set, being all right with getting uncomfortable and making cold calls and putting myself out there. Really kind of helped my journey along the way. And, Boomtown's been great. They provide a ton of resources and helping me out as well. So, sales is tough to break into, but once you're in it and you kind of get that experience, it's a path and a journey to where you kind of learn the right ways to go about it.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're not just trying to sell something to everyone.
Right.
Like you're really getting the feedback, having a conversation with the prospect or potential client, and if it's not a good fit, you'll tell them.
Right.
Yeah, you'll tell them.
I also think maintaining those relationships is really important. That's going to help you at the end of the day in terms of networking and them referring you potential clients in the future as well. My background in the news department also just helped with me being able to speak to marketing as well. So that was really helpful.
And that's what every business owner needs. I guess it doesn't matter if you have the best, crab cake in the whole town if nobody knows about it.
Right, exactly.
Your restaurant's not going to do very well.
Yeah, you definitely got to educate people about it as well. So.
All right. So I want to jump back and just kind of because I have friends that worked in kind of events and hotel, and you were at a big hotel in DC proper.
Yeah.
If you could just just keep it real, what's one of the non-real estate, non-Boomtown related, what's one of the kind of wildest, craziest situations you've seen? Because I know you've seen a lot in the events space. You don't have to name any companies or anything, but when you were in that space, what was one of the wildest?
I mean, I can tell you when I worked front desk of a hotel. I've got a good story. I was in Alexandria and I was working at a hotel there, and it was below freezing one night in the winter, and it started flooding in the lobby. I mean, there was like a foot of water in the lobby. We had guests coming to check in, and our general manager was literally taking buckets and throwing water out of the lobby. We got people trying to check in.
Not a good welcome. Not a good welcome.
So just handling things as they kind of come at you, and being able to think on your feet, and just kind of adapt to that situation. But that was pretty crazy for me.
Yeah, and that probably and that adaptability helps you with sales and help you with overcoming certain objections and being able to take it and give it back and kind of spin it around and make the best of a situation, because I know that wasn't I'm sure the guests were very apprehensive when they were.
You got to be able to think on your toes a little bit, especially for objections as they come at you, and be able to handle them as well. So just like you mentioned.
All right, awesome. And so now you're in Charleston. You said you've been there about 5 years.
Yep.
Loving Charleston. Nice.
Yep.
I mean, it's a pretty nice town. You get to the beach often.
Go to the beach, experience a ton of really good food. There's great restaurants downtown. I just bought a house a year ago in a really cool area. It's called Park Circle. It's kind of up and coming. People down there are super friendly. It's a little more slower pace compared to DC, which is probably more my style. But yeah, Charleston's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, well, similar to, I mean, I guess, Gaithersburg, so it's not too, but with the views and things.
Right.
So it's just like the suburbs, but different.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So you're a professional surfer by now?
Something like that. More like Fisher.
Fisher.
I like to practice golf as well. I'm not great at that, but I like to play a lot. But I like to fish.
I'm trying to learn. So fishing is the thing.
Yeah, that's what I like to do down there.
Well, if we wanted to reach you, and if you had any prospective agents or brokers or team leads that wanted to talk to you about Boomtown, how would they reach you?
Give me a call on my cell phone. I'm always available. It's 301-704-3950. Still got the Maryland area code.
Okay,
So.
all right. Yeah, but Charleston, and Boomtown's based in Charleston, you said, right?
Boomtown is headquartered in Charleston. Yep.
Headquartered in Charleston, 700 employees, and yeah, it sounds like you're doing an awesome job helping us as agents and
Definitely.
brokers and team leads get more business. So yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, Melvin.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right.